both of you guys, what Coop, you want to go first? What do you think? What's looking forward? What is your what's your take on it?
Just kind of outlook on the
Yeah, yeah.
Canes.
What do you think? I mean, anything you got to say?
There is, again, we say this a lot every year, but there is definitely potential there. 100%. We've got some athletes on the field. I really want to see as the season progresses if Josh Gaddis does, in fact, open up that playbook some, that maybe he has been being a little conservative. So, again, I'm excited about the potential. Again, I in no way at this point in time, September 10th, 2022 at 4:46 p.m., think that we're a national championship type of team. We're not on that level. But I'm looking forward to the season overall. And I do think that the Coastal still, with all that being said, is there for the taking. Honestly, I feel like the only team that and even whenever I want to plug in like Virginia or someone like that, the Canes fan in me, my Canes pride says, why am I even talking about us competing with a team like Virginia? I know they beat us last year, but we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place in that game. So for me, I feel like the only team that stands in our way to compete in the ACC championship, still all things being said, is us.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the only other team, Pitt's looking pretty decent, but other than that,
I mean, Pitt, well, they were taking it to Tennessee. It's 17-13 now, it looks like. So we'll see.
Yeah, other than that, though, there doesn't look like, like you said, we're going to stand in our own way to get to.
Just please, everyone, hear me out. If we come out and win and we go 9-3, do not say fire Mario Cristobal, please.
For the love of God, please
don't.
Well, here's the thing: do it if you want, because when it comes to that, at this point, they have given him such a big contract and so much money, it doesn't matter what the fan base says at this point, because they're not.
Because what I hate with that argument is the number one thing people fired back at me when I said 9-3 is they said we pay Mario too much money to go 9-3.
Well, and that'll lead me into I guess my closing thought. I think you did a good one on the season, and I'm going to kind of expand on something I said a few minutes ago. Regardless of what this team does, regardless of what anybody thinks of it now, every single coach is a very experienced coach on that team, and every single coach on that team is an A++ recruiter. Mm-hmm. So regardless of what you think of them today, regardless of what you think of them at the end of the season, 2024 or 2023, 2024, and then maybe 2025, that is guaranteed to be a top 5 roster in the nation that can compete with everybody. Anybody.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of people need to take that into consideration now that we are building something. It's not like in the past where you can sit there and go, oh my gosh, we got a crappy recruiting class coming up next, blah blah blah, the same endless. We have something to look forward to, and even if we don't go out there and shock the world this year, which is unlikely that we do, but not that we don't have the chance, but it is, I wouldn't bet it like Coop said, I wouldn't bet my house on.
Yeah, would you put your house on the line, traveling fools?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm keeping the farm.
and also, and another side note on that, I don't think anybody would argue the best in the game right now is Nick Saban, hands down, point blank, period.
Unfortunately.
Okay. It took him 3 years to build a national championship winner at Alabama. And as far as what Mario's done to this point in his coaching career, what makes anybody think that he could even do it in the same time period?
Fair.
Right. Yeah, you got to give people a chance.
It is possible that he can do it in the same time period. I'm not at all saying he can, especially with his recruiting ability, because he's just as good, if not a better recruiter than Nick Saban. And that's why Nick Saban wanted him, and he was at Alabama. But like I said, as far as what he's done so far in his coaching career, I have nothing to see that could tell me that he could do it faster than Nick Saban, and he did it in his 3rd year. Right. So And I've been harping this over the years as much as Coop has. People just have to have patience.
Yeah, and again, I think what really irks me. I'll say one last thing because I know you're trying to wrap this thing up. What
No, it's
irks
good.
me
No, you
is
got plenty of time.
I think that people get so frustrated because let's say last time we won a national championship, 2001. Let's say, I don't know, 15 years. They take the 15 years of mediocrity, and then because it's been 15 years since we've been on that type of stage, they expect instantly for Mario to take us to a national championship. I'm trying to think of how to put it into words. They take all that and drop it on him year one because they're impatient, frustrated, tired of waiting. Same as me. I am too.
They put 15 years of frustration on him.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. They drop that in his lap and they say, hey, this dude's making like whatever it was, it's $80 million or whatever. We need results right now. For me, as long as I'm just keeping it real, as long as he wins more games than Manny won last year, and I continue to see things that we can build off of, and I see forward progress, I won't say it's a success, but I will say it's a step in the right direction.
Right, and that's what we need to be doing. I mean, I said at the beginning, if we go 9-3, I'm not going to be ecstatic and all happy, but at the same time, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm going to be, hey, that was a good season. We're moving forward. We're moving forward.
The end goal for every college football team is a national championship. That's what everyone is competing for. So if you don't reach that, you technically did not hit your goal. But I think it's unfair to say that anything less than that is considered a failure. I don't think it's fair to say that.
And it's like Slim said on here last week, and I think you said, for the love of God, can we please win a bowl game?
Yeah. Right. We won one bowl game since 2006.
Yeah.
And to kind of expound on your point, and I get it. I'm just as frustrated over the last 15 years. I think people also need to kind of look at it from this perspective. It's just Miami's turn. Because where was Alabama before Nick Saban got there? There were no Alabama fans. They were all NASCAR fans. Go look at the NASCAR ratings. They prove it.
Right.
I mean, before Mark Richt got to Georgia, they were dumpster fire. Florida didn't even realize football was invented until 1990. They didn't have a program really before then to speak of. College football is a cycle. Everybody has their ups. Everybody has their downs. This is just Miami's down. And I get that the world has changed, and it makes it worse because, and this is really, and I really truly believe this, I think the reason that a lot of, say, Miami, and Tennessee's in the same boat, because when Miami and Tennessee were on top, dominating the college football world, and teams like Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia were all in the dumps, there wasn't any social media then.
Right.
And now in the day of social media, it's a whole lot easier to hear about it from other fan bases a whole lot quicker. And it ratchets up that frustration level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So social media, it's a good thing and it's a really bad thing. I don't know how to take it. I'm not sure that I like it. But that's the world we live in now, so you just got to roll with it and go.
Right. I'm going to be real. If it were up to me, we'd go back to the barter system, and we would all be riding horses everywhere. I'm not kidding.
But I mean,
simpler times.
My overall point, though, is like I said, it's just college football goes in cycles. This has just been Miami's turn down. Alabama, like I said, before Nick Saban, they were down for 17, 18 years.
Oh, yeah, they were horrible.
So they had their turn. We're having our turn, and eventually their turn will be up, and our turn will be up.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm ready for it to be our turn because I'm old enough to. I'm old enough to remember. I saw Miami win 5 national championships. So
I think we have the guy if we can just let him build his team.